Nice to meet you. You must be Sylvia, Patrick's wife, right? Please excuse my sudden message. I'm Clementine, Patrick's wife-to-be. I'm sorry. I don't think I know you. Well, Patrick is indeed my husband's name. He works for SS Trading, doesn't he? I work in the secretarial department of the same company. I'm his colleague. Clementine from the secretarial section. I still don't understand what you mean by being Patrick's wife-to-be. I mean it as it is. Do you understand the word? Are you telling me that you just don't want to accept the bitter truth? I don't understand what you mean, so how could I accept that? I'm in a relationship with your husband and I want to get married. I want you to get divorced soon and disappear from my life. Am I making myself clear to you? You are in a relationship with Patrick. He is a married man. So you're telling me that you're having an affair, aren't you? In short, yes. But I'm serious and I don't want you to describe my relationship with Patrick in such flimsy terms like cheating. At least I love him more than you love him. And I think he loves me too. That's your business, but in reality, I'm his wife now and you're the one he's cheating with. I had a feeling that Patrick was cheating on me, but I never expected you to contact me like this. I was surprised. You were aware of the affair and decided not to do anything to deal with it? What a silly wife you are! It seems to me that you were completely abandoning your responsibility as Patrick's wife. I wasn't neglecting him. I was thinking about our marriage. We have a child who has just started elementary school. Divorce because of cheating is not an easy decision to make. Marriage isn't as simple as you think. I don't think so. When you want to get a divorce, just do it quickly. After all, you just want to hang on to Patrick, don't you? Do you need him to support you financially, or do you still have feelings for him? Patrick loves me more than you. Please divorce him quickly. You should think about Patrick's happiness. You seem very determined, but of course I can assume that you are prepared for what happens after we get divorced, right? What do you mean by that? Alimony, of course. We have a child, so child support is also necessary. You are a woman who is greedy for money, aren't you? What a nasty woman! You are harassing me with your messages. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Of course, I'll pay you alimony. It's a small price to pay to get Patrick out of your life. I'd do anything for him. For Patrick's sake, huh? I see. I understand that you are prepared to do that. Anyway, as for divorce, it's not something you and me to decide right now. I would also like to confirm it if it's true that you were cheating with my husband. I will talk it over with him and get back to you again. I don't think it's worth it. It would be a waste of time. Please get a divorce as soon as possible. I want to be married to Patrick on my 27th birthday. Only 3 months left before that day. You'd better get it over with by then. I don't care about your birthday. You can do whatever you want. As for me, I have no intention of letting this situation continue for too long. I will discuss this with my husband immediately and let you know if we can come to some kind of agreement. I'm relieved to hear that you are a more understanding person than I thought. Well then, I look forward to hearing from you. Clementine contacted me out of the blue. There is no reason for me to stay married to my husband if he's cheating on me. After this, I talked with my husband and divorced him, demanding alimony from both parties. I took custody of my child and asked my husband to pay child support in one lump sum. 2 years later, Clementine suddenly contacted me again. She even went to the trouble of changing her number. It's been a while, Sylvia. Sorry that I messaged you again out of the blue. Do you remember me? Who is it? I'm Clementine, the one who stole your beloved Patrick from you. How could you forget about me? Oh, you're the one from Secretarial Department. Oh, I'm not a secretary anymore. I'm a housewife now. How can I help you? Looks like you went to the trouble of getting a new number just to contact me. I have nothing to say to you anyway. You blocked my old number, didn't you? What an annoying woman you are. I contacted you a couple times, but you didn't read any of my messages. I thought you had blocked me, so I decided to get a new number. Please just stop troubling me. I'm sorry you had to go through all that trouble. I blocked you because I didn't want to deal with you anymore. So what can I do for you? I wasn't sure about contacting you, but I thought I'd let you know. It's not like I'm a complete stranger. So what is it? I'm pregnant. Oh, I see. Congratulations. I hope you give birth to a healthy baby. Is that all? Yes. Was there something else you want me to say? I'm not related to you anymore. You're such a boring woman. Don't you have any more reaction you can show me? I was hoping for something like frustration. Why should I be frustrated? I don't feel anything. I have my son with me anyway. I lived happily with your ex-husband and we had our first child. You're now a single mother who is suffering. I have a husband with a high income who works at a major trading company. I'm a happy housewife, and I'm blessed with a long-awaited baby. Aren't you jealous of me? You must be frustrated too. Oh, I see. Are you so astonished that you can't even think straight? Not at all. I'm happy with my life as it is. Don't worry about me. You don't have to act tough. I know you're working now, right? Full-time job. You used to be a housewife, but now you're working. Isn't that too miserable? Isn't it proof that you were having a hard time making ends meet? You're pathetic. Don't tell me you contacted me just to say that. Do you have nothing else to do? Of course I have something to do. How rude of you to say that I have too much free time. I have a full-time job as a housewife. Well, it's true that I'm living a comfortable life with nothing to do. I just wanted to call you to let you know that we're having a baby. I went out of my way to find the time to do that. So, congratulations on that. You know what? Can we just end this conversation now? I'm busy. I'm kind of pissed off that you're not responding more. Oh yeah, I also bought a house earlier this year. A gorgeous house perfect for me and my family. Well, congratulations on that too. My dream home, a family home in Manhattan. With a high-income husband, it's so easy to make all my dreams come true. Well, it's partly because I'm doing what I'm responsible at. A single mother like you who is poor and struggling to make ends meet probably is now living in a small apartment. It's not something I should compare, is it? I'm sorry for you. Patrick didn't buy any house when he was married to you, but he easily bought a house when he married me. Well, congratulations. Seems that my current husband loves me very much. Otherwise, he wouldn't have bought a house in Manhattan. I see. Congratulations. Are you some sort of robot? Don't you have anything else to say? You should be disappointed at yourself. Why don't you show your true emotion? You really are a woman without any sense of humor. That's why you're so boring. Excuse me, but I have to go. I'm really busy. I have to go to work. Oh, I see. Poor people like you have to work hard to survive, don't they? It directly affects their lives. I'm sorry that I'm not very attentive. I shouldn't have called you so early in the morning. Well, I did it on purpose anyway. I'm well aware of that. Well, like what you just said, I'm one of those people who can't live without working hard at a full-time job. I'm about to turn off my phone. The baby will be born on the Christmas day. When the baby is born, I'll send you the picture of my child with Patrick instead of a Christmas present. So please don't block me this time. I'm counting on you. What? The baby will be born on Christmas Day? That's right. Santa Claus is going to bring a lovely baby to us. Isn't it romantic? At last my dream has come true. Well, I'm happy for you. I hope you give birth to a healthy boy. I was going to block her since I don't want to deal with her anymore. I was a little angry at her for taking my ex-husband away from me and that she's still contacting me just to pick a fight at me. I decided to take a little revenge. I then contacted my ex-husband for the first time in a long time to talk about the visitation with the kids and to tell him about his current wife. A week later, things took a turn for the worst. Hey Sylvia, what did you say to Patrick? Hello Clementine. What do you mean? I just called him because I wanted to talk to him about visiting my son. I just did the natural thing as a parent. What's wrong with that? Those visits are always at the end of the month. That's why I called him. I have to go back to my parents' house at the end of the month, so I asked him to reschedule a week earlier. I didn't do anything wrong, right? Huh? That's enough. How can I be divorced just because of that? It can't be true. Divorce? I didn't hear about that. You don't know about that? I'm sure you planned all of this. Patrick didn't tell me anything about the divorce. It's his family business, so there's no way I could have known about it since I'm now a stranger to him. I didn't think it would go that far. I knew it was you who told him something nasty. Tell me what you've told him. I didn't tell him anything. I just congratulated him on the fact that he's going to have a baby on Christmas Day. Did I do something wrong? That's a lie! That's not at all! Then why is he divorcing me? Oh, it's not like I blew it or anything. I'm just asking you a question because something strange happened after I said congratulations. What do you mean by that? If I count backwards, I'd say around the time you had the baby in your belly, Patrick was out of the country for about 2 months, wasn't he? He didn't even get to see my son during that period, so I remembered it well, but that's strange. Were you with him when he went overseas? I thought maybe you didn't do the math correctly. What the? Is that how you find out? I never thought about it. I know, men doesn't really care about that, but I had a bad feeling about that. I've had a baby before, so I know. That's why I asked him if he took you together with him on his overseas trip. He said no. I didn't blow anything up, did I? I was just asking a question. Oh, it's just, well, things can go a little off. It's just a due date. Well, that's a little bit of problem. I mean, it's not that big of a discrepancy. So who is the father of the baby? Shut up. It's none of your business. Yes, you're right. I'm Patrick's ex-wife, so I have nothing to do with that. Okay then, I'm going to block your number. Let's do our best as single mothers from now on. Wait a minute. I'm having a baby. Is Patrick going to divorce me? Well, he said he was going to do some serious research. It might be quite a commitment to raise another man's child. Oh no, he told me this was a secret. Oh my god! Did he really say that he'd look into it? I don't think that's a good idea. Will you be in trouble if he finds out about whom you're having an affair with? If I tell you, will you help me? Why should I do that? You took my husband away from me and you're also trying to make me look miserable by boasting about how happy your life is. To be honest, I don't want to deal with you ever again. Because I was jealous of you for a long time. You didn't change the expression on your face even when your husband cheated and divorced you. I just wanted you to envy me. That's bullshit. How should I envy someone who is tearing apart other people's lives so easily? Of course I don't envy you. If you want to go out with my ex-husband and get married, why didn't you tell me honestly? I don't think people who cheat on other people's husbands are good people. There's no reason for me to help you at all. Don't say that! I don't know what to do! If I don't do anything, he'll really divorce me. Then why don't you search for another guy? Why don't you go and seek for help to the real father of your child? He has a family too, so it's impossible. I won't make it before the baby is born. You're having an affair again? Looks like you never learned from your mistakes. I don't know who the real father of your son is, but if Patrick finds out everything now, you'll go bankrupt. Oh no! I was going to quit my job and build a happy family in my dream home. What am I going to do? I don't know. You contacted me and tried to pick a fight with me. I'm sorry. I won't contact you anymore, and I take back everything I said before. I'll apologize as many times as you want me to. Please say something to Patrick. I can't, because it's not something that can be managed by saying something to him. Besides, I'm already divorced from him and we're strangers. First of all, I'm in a relationship with someone I'm planning to marry him. My son loves my new partner a lot and I want to raise a happy family with him. That's why I don't want to get involved in your family business. You're going to marry someone? You've only been divorced for 2 years. Isn't it too soon? How can you say that? You guys got married on the next month after my divorce. Well, it's because we loved each other. The CEO of the company I work for now is very nice to me, and we've been together ever since. Company CEO? No way! Does that mean you're going to be his wife? That's what it means. He already has a house along with a condo in the city center. One of them is for work, apparently. That's not fair. How come you get to be so happy and not me? Because I haven't done anything wrong. Good things come around if you are serious and live a decent life. Why don't you live your life seriously and properly think about others? I'm sure good things will come your way if you do that. Please help me. Since you'll be the CEO's wife, you have a lot of money, right? Please share some with me. If you don't, I'll go bankrupt. It's his money, not mine. If you're going to ask for money, you should ask Patrick. I'm under no obligation to help you, so I refuse. Oh no! I'll be unhappy if you don't do something to solve this problem. Are you trying to make me unhappy? Huh? Don't blame others. You're the one who chose that path. Please, Sylvia, don't abandon me. How can you say such thing to me? I have no intention of helping you at all. After this, please talk it over with your husband and decide. It's none of my business. Well then, goodbye. Wait a minute. Please help me, Sylvia. In the end, the two of them divorced and Clementine became a single mother. Then Patrick requested me to get back together. After I told him that I was dating someone else on the premise of marriage, I never heard from him again. He doesn't even visit his son. Incidentally, Clementine went back to her parents' house to pay alimony to Patrick and the wife of the man she was cheating with. She is working hard while raising her child with the help of her parents.
Hey, you. I'm working late again today. I don't know what time I'll be home. Again? You seem pretty busy these days, so you don't want dinner tonight? No, it's my job. I can't help it. You got something to complain about that? I'm not complaining, but I was just wondering about when was the last time you had dinner with me lately. I know you're working hard, but you've been coming home really late these days, and we haven't seen each other at all. So, you're complaining again, huh? Unlike me, you stay at home all the time, and yet, when I come home late, you're so lazy that you're sleeping in your bed. If you really want to have dinner with me, at least wait until I get home. You're a housewife with a lot of free time, so don't be a slacker. I'm working my ass off to make enough money to feed you. Can you just shut up and watch over me? I'm sorry, but even a housewife has to do a lot of things, you know? House cleaning, laundry, making sure all the meals are nutritious and balanced. It's a common thing. Don't brag about that. I'm not bragging, but I move around a lot during the day, and I'm not just sitting around. I'm tired, so I can't stay up until midnight. You're not working, so what's the point of being tired? You're just a lazy housewife. And I think you've gained a lot of weight since we got married. I think you're right about me gaining some weight. Why don't you get a part-time job? If you keep yourself busy, you won't be bored. Also, you won't be emotional when I get home. And on top of that, you'll lose weight if you move around. What? I told you that I want to work after we get married. You got mad at me and said you weren't happy with my income, so I quit my job. Isn't it terrible that you're telling me to work now? Huh? Are you saying it's my fault that you quit your job? Is it also my fault that you got fat? How much are you going to blame others? You know what? You've become really slumped since you got married. Well, it can't be helped. Anyway, I'm gonna be late for work, so don't call me again. I don't want to be distracted when I'm working. And I'll be eating out. That's the problem. Why didn't you say so earlier? I've already made the dinner. Why don't you just put it in the fridge? Don't complain every time. If you just told me earlier, I wouldn't have had to make dinner. Don't you know if you're going to work late or not, at least during lunch break? You know, at work, unexpected things can happen all the time. As my wife, it's your job to follow up with me. You're really a useless wife, complaining about the slightest things as far as adjusting the food. If you were prettier and skinnier, I'd still forgive you, but a fat wife is just disgusting. I'm working for my horrible wife, and I really feel sorry for myself. They say marriage is the graveyard of life, and that's exactly what it is. Am I that fat? You don't have to talk like that, do you? If you have time to complain, lose some weight. Whatever you say now, it's not convincing at all. I don't even want to walk side by side with you. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're so rude. Anyway, I've got work to do, so don't bother me anymore. Understood. My sister's coming over tonight, so make sure she gets her food and stuff ready. Understood? I won't forgive you if you don't do that properly. What? It's already evening. You didn't tell me anything about that. I just told you. You were doing nothing in your spare time, weren't you? You're a housewife. You can cook a good meal in a short time. I can't do that if you told me all of a sudden. I was going to make today's meal with some leftovers from the fridge. Even at the supermarket, they sell out of the good stuff by the evening. I can't make such a fancy meal now. My sister's coming over. And you telling me you don't want to welcome her? You're going to serve leftovers to your husband's sister. I didn't tell you that I'll serve leftovers to your sister. I was trying to tell you that I'll cook something with the ingredients we have left in the fridge. You're making it with leftovers, right? So it's leftovers indeed. Anyway, you'd better start cooking now to welcome my sister. Johnny, there are some things you can do and can't do. I can't prepare the meal in such a short time. You can't do anything even though you're a housewife. What a useless wife. It's only a few hours away, right? If you'd at least told me this morning, I could have worked something out. Yeah, right. Here you are, complaining and making excuses again. Give me a break. What the hell do you think you're there for? I can't rely on you. I'll order a little better food by delivery. What kind of food does your sister like? I'll find the solution to the problem. I'm not going to rely on you. I'll order it myself. If I ask you to do it and you mess up again, I'll feel bad for my sister. You can at least pick up and serve it. Do it properly, okay? Oh, and buy the liquor too. My favorite wine and my sister's favorite brandy. I don't drink, so I'm not familiar with the brands. I'd rather you get it yourself. Huh? You know my favorite wine, don't you? You should have checked out my sister's favorite brandy too when you met her at my parents' house. Oh god, you really are a useless wife. It can't be helped. I'll text you about the brand later. If it's liquor, it won't sell out so quickly, and even you, the useless one, can shop properly, right?
Alright, I'll get it ready. Hey, you and your sister were wandering around the house last night while whispering to each other. What were you two talking about? When I was checking on her, she told me to leave because it's none of your business, and I thought it was suspicious.
Well, it's none of your business.
I have the right to know about that. You were talking about the house, right? If it's about the house and my family, you should tell me.
Why should I tell you? You can't do anything to change the fact. You're just an ordinary housewife. You're an idiot who can't do anything, so all you have to do is listen to what I tell you.
Even if I'm a housewife, I'm still your family and I should be involved. I don't know if there's anything I can do, but why I'm not even allowed to know?
You're so clingy. My sister came to our house yesterday because she wanted to take a look around. You know, to figure out where to put the furniture, what to bring and what to throw away.
Sorry, I'm a little confused here. You mean she didn't just come to visit?
She's going to be living with us from now on.
Wait a minute. So you two were secretly talking about this yesterday? You should have told me about this. You can't just decide it right away with your sister.
It's between my sister and me, so it's none of your business.
We'll be living together, so it's my business too. I'm not going to live with someone I'm not familiar with, even though she is my sister-in-law.
You can't take care of the house, you can't even cook properly, and always complain about everything. Being such a horrible wife, do you think you have the right to say anything to me?
Well, it's not just a problem between siblings, it's also a problem between husband and wife, isn't it? Besides, our house isn't big enough.
I told you you're an idiot and you should just listen to what I say, didn't I? If you say our house is too small, why don't you get out of the house? It's the same whether you're here or not.
Seriously? Are you telling me that you don't need me?
My sister can do the housework and take care of the house. I'd rather have my sister take care of the house than you, who's incompetent. So you're no longer of any use to me. Thanks for all your hard work until today.
Does that mean we're getting a divorce?
It doesn't make any difference if you're here or not. It's easier for you not to be here because I don't have to waste money.
If it's a one-sided divorce from you, you'll have to pay for the alimony.
But considering the stress of having you around, that's a small price to pay. I got a promotion to become head of the department, and I'm not having a hard time with money. We don't even have kids. It's only a few grand a month in alimony. I'll pay you that much.
You sound like you were planning on divorcing me from the beginning. Perhaps you decided to move in with your sister in order to get rid of me.
That's right. You're a lousy housewife, you know that? You should be thankful that I've been taking care of you until this day.
You go so far as to say that. Duly noted, then let's get a divorce.
What? Do you understand your position? I knew it. You're an idiot. This is the part where you get down on your knees and apologize to me, okay? You should have told me things like, I'm sorry, I won't disobey your orders anymore, so please allow me to live here. Or, are you too fat to get down on your knees because your belly is in the way? Well, with a brain the size of yours, you won't know what's what anymore. In the meantime, pack up your stuff and get ready to move out. My sister will be moving in at the beginning of next month, so I'll keep you here until the end of this month. You'll be working as a housewife at my place until the time comes.
I always thought of you as a stubborn husband, but I didn't expect you to be so unreasonable. I understand how you feel. I don't have a choice now.
You seem awfully calm. Or are you pretending to be calm? Never mind. I'll write down my part of the divorce papers and leave them on the table and you can file the rest.
I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry too. I never thought I'd marry such a fat, useless woman. Hey, you haven't made any progress packing at all, have you? I told you to get out from here by the end of the month, didn't I? Where the hell are you? Don't tell me you're going to tell me you don't want to leave at this point. If you're still planning to stay next month, I'll charge you for every day you stay. I've written the divorce papers. It's on the table. Please check it. If you've written them, then file them right away. I don't need to check them. Do you think you can stretch your time with that? That's the shallow wisdom of an idiot.
I was thinking to give you one last chance.
Huh? What are you talking about?
In case you're wondering, I just wanted to confirm your intention to divorce again.
I said I'm getting a divorce. You really don't have enough brains, do you?
What's not enough is your brains, silly Johnny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm getting a divorce, but you're the one who's leaving. Pack your bags and get the hell out of my house.
What are you talking about? Why the hell should I move out of my house?
It's not your house. I bought this house when we got married and it's in my name. If I am the owner, that means I have the authority to decide what to do with the house.
I'm the head of the family. You must listen to what I tell you. What belongs to the wife belongs to the husband. If you're the owner, the house is.
I don't understand at all. I don't care if you're the breadwinner or not. If you're not the owner of the house, it doesn't matter what you say. If you want to, I can contact the real estate company to prove the ownership.
Regardless of the owner, you're just responsible for continuing to pay the mortgage on the house that my sister and I are going to live in.
I've already paid off the loan.
I thought you took out a long-term mortgage.
I paid it all back with my earnings.
What are you talking about? You're a housewife. There's no way you have that kind of money. Your earnings? Are you daydreaming?
I worked in finance before we got married. The salary was good, so I had some savings. I used it to study investments. After a few years of trial and error, my assets grew by about 50 times.
I never heard that story. Why didn't you consult me, your husband, about such a large sum of money?
You also decided everything on your own without consulting me, didn't you? I used the profits to start an online shopping company, and the sales is steadily increasing. I'm sorry, but I make more money than you do. I've decided to sell the house with all these bad memories because I don't need it anymore.
Huh? Wait a minute. My sister and I are going to start living here next month. Don't do anything selfish, like selling it.
I don't know anything about that. I'm the registered owner, and I've already talked to the real estate company, so there's nothing you can say. You're the one who decided to move in with your sister, kicked me out, and did all those selfish things first.
Hey, where the hell are you right now? Come back home immediately. I'll talk to you in person.
What is there to talk about? You decided about your sister and everything without consulting me, even though I'm your wife. Also, you think I'm stupid most of the time.
I'm worried about you. That's why I'm telling you to come back home. You haven't packed anything for the sale either. You'll be in trouble if you don't get rid of this stuff.
I won't be in trouble. I don't need those things at all. I've already bought everything I need and it's all in the new house.
What? A new house?
Of course I am. I'm selling the house we were living in.
You didn't file divorce papers with the authorities yet, which means you're willing to start over with me. My bad. I'm sorry I put you through all that. Let's just talk about it at the new place, so give me the address.
I'm not giving you my address. I didn't file the divorce papers right away because I wanted to see your pathetic face. It's so funny how desperate you've become for someone you've made fun of so much, by calling her incompetent and fat.
You're a total jerk. If you're making a lot of money, you don't need alimony.
Yes, I don't intend to get alimony for your unilateral divorce, but I will get alimony for your adultery with the young girl.
What? What are you talking about? I didn't commit adultery.
Did you think I would have noticed? You've been having an affair for a long time. I was aware of it. I also noticed that you were meeting secretly at a hotel while you said you were working late. Also, you were constantly going to luxury brand stores buying expensive bags and accessories. Because your company is a good company,
I thought there was no way they would make you work that late. I hired some detectives to look into the matter, and sure enough, they came up with a lot of photographic evidence in a short period of time. Even if it's true that you and your sister are going to live together, you were also planning to live together with the adulterer, weren't you? The three of you in that house, it's a little cramped, don't you think? I had already told her about the house. Why don't you just let her take care of you from next month? Well, I don't know if she'll take care of you that way. I hope she didn't just come on to you for the money you have. I'm sorry about what I did to you. Also about the affair. It's all my fault. So, let me apologize. Let's start over again, Luna. Do you understand your position? You don't have to apologize. I'm not going to forgive you, even if you apologize. I don't need you either. Starting over is out of the question. Don't say that. We're a married couple. You've changed a lot since we started talking. It's because I'm sorry for what I've done. Just because you're sorry, it doesn't mean that both of us can pretend as if nothing has happened. You're just hanging on to me because you don't have a place to live and you're in dire straits. I don't need you anymore. I'm selling the house anyway, so just take what you need and get out. I've already told the real estate agent that they can get rid of everything that's left, and if you don't pack soon, they'll throw your stuff away. This is our house of memories, right? Is this what you do to your husband? It's too much, isn't it? It's nothing compared to what you've done to me. If you don't file for divorce, I'll sue you through my lawyer. Make sure you do. Wait a minute. I don't want to. I'm blocking you from now on, so stop contacting me. Farewell. Wait, Luna. Please, help me. It seems that Johnny continued to live in the house without leaving and was evicted by the real estate agent. I heard that they had been arguing for a long time, which caused a lot of trouble. His sister was also evicted because she apparently had not paid her rent for a long time. She apparently planned to roll into our house. There was no way I was going to deal with a scum like her and her brother. After that, Johnny and his sister became homeless and clung to Johnny's adulterous partners. She too was only approaching Johnny for money, so there was no way she would continue her relationship with him, who had no home and had to pay for the alimony. I told the company Johnny was working at that he was having an affair, so he got dismissed. If you're asking me about where those scum sister and brother are now, I must say that I don't know and I don't care at all. I have since then been steadily growing my online shopping company and making a steady profit. I'm going to live free and easy on my own for a while.